Hello, I'm Sammy Schwartz, and welcome back to the show, Coping with COVID's HeadGame. Boise State students have been lucky enough to be able to return to campus this past year amongst the COVID-19 pandemic. With restrictions placed around campus, it has definitely been an adjustment for students. Although it has been a difficult and confusing time for all, a particular group on campus that has seen a great deal of change is the student athletes. Here to join me is the starting shortstop for the Boise State softball team and the only fifth-year senior on the team, Carly Johnson. Welcome, Carly. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's get right into it. So, obviously, because as I stated, you're the only fifth-year senior on the team. So you came back for your so-called COVID year. Can you give us a little bit more detail about what that has kind of entailed for you so far and how you're feeling about it?
So I actually graduated in May with my undergrad in environmental studies, and I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to do after. And since our season was cut short, I knew that I didn't want to be done playing softball yet. So I was really excited when our coach gave me the opportunity to come back and play my fifth year. And once I finally made the decision to come back, we had to sit down and talk about what that meant for school. I had the option to just take random classes, or I could work towards my MBA, and I thought that would be a lot more beneficial to me. So I am in my second semester of my MBA right now.
Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. Um, do you find it difficult to balance studying and softball together?
Actually, no. I think that I've found a good way to manage my time, and I've always taken online classes because it's helped a lot with scheduling. And obviously because of COVID, we've been mostly online right now, so that's helped me with scheduling and stuff. But the only thing is I think that with the MBA I would be learning a lot more in person, so that has been difficult. But like I said, it's been fine with studying and getting my work done.
Awesome. And then obviously you are the only fifth year senior on the team. And you're pursuing your MBA. But what responsibility do you feel like you have a certain responsibility being the oldest or the most experienced on the team at all? Do you hold any responsibilities that are different than other girls?
Yeah, sometimes. So there was a lot of people in my class that had left. There was 8 of us, and I'm the only one who came back. And I feel like some of them were the ones who were able to be tough on people, in the right times when they need to be tough on people. And I feel like we don't have a lot of that this year. So I feel like I've had to kind of fill that role, and it's not something that I like doing. I like having fun and just enjoying time with my teammates, and I feel like I've had to be tougher than I normally am, so that has been difficult, but yeah.
Of course, and I'm glad you're being a rock for your team, especially being the oldest. So obviously you're in St. George, Utah right now, traveling, and take us through the travel day. I know COVID has definitely placed some restrictions, so just take us through that travel day. And if it's any different than if it is now this year than the past years when COVID wasn't an issue with travel.
So I woke up at 5:30 this morning to get ready to leave. We met at the varsity center at 6:30 to load the bus up. We left at 6:45 to head to the airport, and our flight left at 8:25 a.m. And this year, because of COVID, we're not allowed to sit next to each other. So we have to fill out what seat we sit in, what row we're in, and we can't sit next to anybody on the team. So we flew into Vegas and we drove 2 hours to St. George, and then we'll be driving back. And that's definitely been a big difference this year, is because we don't have as big of a budget. We've been traveling more by bus. So, and the main difference with traveling this year is we can't sit next to anybody on the team. So,
Yeah, has that affected the team dynamics at all? Do you think it is not, I mean, obviously it's not doing the best for team bonding, but have you felt that effect like personally at all with the girls on the team?
Um, I'd say probably more personally because like I am the oldest and I feel like I've had a hard time like connecting with other people. And I think that like traveling is one of the best times for that. So it has been a little difficult like being able to build those connections with other people. So
Yeah, of course. I totally see that. And now that we've covered travel and like the differences and the effects that it's had on the team, do you guys have any specific protocols for games or practices? And are practices different than they would be in the past? Like, is there anything new that you guys have implemented to kind of be safer with COVID?
So we all wear masks basically the whole time unless we're doing like live situations and we're away from people. So that's like the only time we're able to pull our mask down. And that's kind of like similar to games. Like whenever we're all bunched together or we're in the dugout, we all have to have our mask on. But once we're like out on the field, we can take it off. We have to get COVID tests every week, and there is like a 72-hour time frame, I'm pretty sure. So we'll either get tested Tuesday or Wednesday before we leave to travel. And sometimes we get tested twice a week. So that has been like a big difference, is just having those required testing times and like making sure we're there on time, because if we get like test results too late, we won't be able to like be on the flight the next day. So
Of course. Yeah. And so obviously, you guys have had to take those precautions, like wearing your masks in the dugout, which is pretty hard to cheer with your mask on. But has the team or have you done anything to kind of help ease like the stresses of COVID, whether it's as a team for the team or as yourself in like the normal world or just the softball athletic world?
um we haven't really like done anything specific. I think it's just mainly like focusing on like being able to like still have the opportunity to play. So being like resilient, and the fact that we have to wear masks when we play, and like just being open like to have that opportunity to like still be able to play. Like a year ago today, like we were done playing, and like it's just now we're playing this weekend and we're able to have fans. So I think it's just like accepting the circumstances and just playing with them and learning how to do it. And I think we've done a great job with it. So, I mean, it
Yeah.
helps.
And
Sorry, it helps that
oh, I'm sorry.
we had the whole fall basically to prepare for it. So,
Yeah. And so you just mentioned fans, having fans for the first time in a few weeks. Um, I mean, I've played softball before in the past. I've had sports experience, and I definitely feel like having fans around definitely makes every hit, play, great play, like every win just a little bit better. So, do you think the team has been or actually, I'll ask you first. Have you personally been affected by not having any fans in the stadium, or do you not see that much of a difference?
I definitely feel it a little bit, like especially when like people get those big hits and stuff, like you don't have that loud cheering,
Yeah.
that excitement from the fans. But I don't think that it's really like affected how we've played. I just think that like it's that extra like feel good moment. Like I don't know, it just like brings a whole different feeling when you have fans cheering for you. But I don't think that it has really affected our performance.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that. Have you seen anyone on the team be like personally affected by it at all? Or is um yeah, have you seen anyone on the team be personally affected by it at all?
No, I don't think anyone has really been affected by it, but I think it's great like that we do get to finally have fans, because everybody loves to see their family and stuff. So, but I don't think that it's really affected anybody, which is good.
Yeah. And has your team been or has your family been able to come out and watch you play, or do they plan on coming to watch you play?
So they planned on going to our first tournament in Georgia, but they weren't allowing fans, and they're actually on their way here to St. George right now. So I'm pretty excited.
Oh, that's so exciting. I'm glad you're going to be able to see them. And then one last question, just a quick question. Have you been having fun this year despite everything that's happening with COVID? Have you been having a fun year on the team? And have the girls been having a fun year on the team as well?
Yeah, I've definitely been having so much fun. I'm really glad that I came back for my last year. It was my goal at the beginning of the season just to have fun with it because you never know when it's going to end. Like we learned that last season, so that was my main goal, and I'm definitely having so much fun.
I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you again for coming on the show, Carly. It was so nice to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And then to all those watching, you can come or you can go see, if you're in Utah, you can go see Carly and the rest of the Boise State softball team play Friday at 11, Saturday at 11 and 4, and Sunday at 11. And if you need any more information, go check out the Boise State softball Instagram. But thank you one more time to Carly for coming on. This has been Coping with COVID's Head Game. I am Sammy Schwartz, and thank you for watching.